Hello, Stereotypes 89. Well, I watched Lil Nas's latest video, Montero. Um, it's pretty over the top. I loved it, but it triggered a whole lot of issues I have with homosexual stereotypes. But I'll talk about that after I talk about the video. Yeah, it's very CGI. It's not exactly photorealistic, but it still looks good. He's basically recreating an Adam and Eve scenario. So you see little Montero sitting under a tree playing music, and then down comes a big black snake to tempt him. And I think every character is played by Lil Nas. It's all him. Do I call him Lil Nas or Lil Nas? I've forgotten what his name is. Oops. Yeah, okay. So every character is played by him, and so this big black snake comes down, and he ends up making out with the black snake, but it's not a big passionate little kiss, but still, I think it's fairly notable to have two black men, even if it's the same black man, because they're different characters, kissing in a music video, rap video. So I do think that sort of should get a moment of recognition there. And he also kisses himself as well. It's very sexual video without being outright explicit, which is something that we always see with women. So to see a guy basically objectifying himself as a gay man in the same way that women are objectified in like rap videos and music videos in general is interesting. Now, of course, he's dragged off to some sort of jury where it's just a whole Senate sort of full of, or it's just this giant area full of versions of himself, Queenie versions, general public versions, peasant versions, just a whole community of him. And of course they judge him guilty and stone him to death, and then he rises up to heaven, but he doesn't want to go to heaven, so suddenly a black pole appears, no symbolism there either, and he grabs the pole and pole dances his way down into hell, where of course he meets the devil and gives him a lap dance, because that's what you do. And it's interesting, like the devil, which is also played by him, is just sort of staring out, sort of unaffected by it, but at the same time he's sort of caressing his butt and that, and it's very over the top. It's very full on and sexual without again being explicit, but you are very aware of his package, which is not something that often happens with black men. Quite often you get the sort of cliche of the eunuch, the black eunuch, where it's like they can't have sexuality or anything sort of represented by like genitals or anything, like, because they have to sort of be this non-sexual being that's like non-threatening to white people or something, and he's certainly not adhering to that. So eventually he, after caressing the devil's little leather harness, snaps his neck and takes off his little horn/crown, which is sort of made out of hair, and he puts it on and grows devil wings and his eyes glow. So it's like, if you're gonna better to rule in hell than serve in hell, seems to be what the video is saying. So I don't know, I liked it. I thought it was over the top. It did trigger me a little bit, because sort of like Eugene's video when he came out from the Try Guys, because Lil Nas came out a while ago, because he got, of course, fame with Old Town Road, and there was a lot of crap about is he a rapper, is he a country, can a rapper do country, blah blah blah. There was a lot of rubbish about that, and then there was the whole lot of racism within the country community because he's black, blah blah blah. So he had a lot of negative attention when he first sort of came out, and eventually he did come out as being gay, and I was kind of impressed, because I'm like, it's not exactly a welcoming scene, the rap scene and that, for like gay artists. So he was fairly brave in coming out, and apparently he never planned to come out. He planned to stay in the closet, and he wasn't going to come out. But I find it kind of curious that he hasn't just come out, but he's gone full femme, fabulous. I don't know what to call this level of gay. It's not a level of gay I've ever achieved. And I feel like there's this pressure on gay men to to be this effeminate, over the top, diva, fierce, all these sort of stereotypes that come very much from the drag scene, I feel are very much something that's expected of gay men and assumed of, and I find it a really weird pressure I don't appreciate, because I'm not fabulous. I've never worn heels. I'm never going to look like I just walked out of Drag Race. This is not going to happen. No one wants me to be that anyway. It's all cool. But I do feel that there's this weird idea that if you're gay, you automatically have to be a woman or be feminine, and that you can't be a gay man who just has sex with other gay men and is just as masculine as the other guy. There always has to be this idea, this sort of straight sort of gender sort of idea that like you has to be like, one is the man, one is the woman. That you can't just have two men having sex. One has to be turned into the woman, basically, and there's that misogynistic idea that of bottom shaming, that the bottom is the lesser, that there is this sort of role, and I do feel like there's this cliche that happens when gay men come out. They sort of rebel against the masculine stereotype that they've been trying to adhere to or masquerade within, and they do this very over-the-top sort of thing. I kind of did it a bit when I first came out as well. It's something that happens to a lot of gay men. Me, I was more androgynous. I was a bit of a goth, so I had like long black hair and I wore white makeup. Not white, but really pale makeup. And I wore a lot of unisex women's clothes because I couldn't find any interesting fabrics in black. It was all like denim or cotton and that sort of it, like just plain stuff. So, and there were times where I would either be mistaken by a woman, or someone didn't want to misgender me because they thought how I was dressed. I wanted to be seen as a woman, so they would refer to me as ma'am sometimes. And I remember one time being in the toilet and a man walked in and he turned around and walked back out because he thought he'd walked into the women's toilet, which is funny. But I'm trying not to let my inner homophobia, which I guess I have some of, and I guess all gays do, sort of get into play. But as much as I love the video and I love what he's doing, and I get that there's some little fabulous diva boys out there who are going to have someone to look up to, but I'm sort of like, it sort of, I feel like it undermines the like normal gays who just sort of want to just be regular guys who have sex with guys. They don't want to have to live up to that stereotype or play into or pander to that stereotype of, you know, being the fabulous, effeminate gay guy who always has to be like the bottom. I don't know. It's just a bunch of stereotypes that are sort of coming up, and I'm not sure what all that means. But the video itself is good. The song is good. I didn't like his last couple of songs. I sort of heard them once and didn't care. This one I actually can hear myself listening to quite a bit, and I like what he talks about in some of the videos and that, like wanting to F the guys he envies, and there's a lot of interesting stuff in the song and that. I'm not going to go through all the lyrics, but I did find it kind of troubling. I found it kind of triggering. It's like this idea that, you know, gay, there's only one version of gay, and sort of if you come out you have to sort of live up to this and you have to just be flaming and full on. I don't know, it's like it supports one type of gay, but it kind of undermines the others. So I really don't know what to make of it, but I'm sounding really hoarse, I'm sorry. But I think I'm done. I just wanted to talk about that for a minute, because my YouTube videos are like my YouTube therapy. I pretty much just talk about whatever I'm thinking about or what's bothering me or what's interesting. And I love the video. I loved how over the top it was. I love how fearless he is. But I also worry about the sort of gay stereotypes that videos like this propagate, that gay men are just sort of like they have to be like a woman. And then there's this misogynistic idea that that's less than the masculine man and the straight man and all that. So there's just all this stuff it's all very complicated, and they all deserve their own videos and conversations. And I did another video before this, and I went way into that stuff, and it took about nearly 20 minutes. And I'm like, I just need to do this again, because I just need to pay attention to the video. If anyone's watching this, it's because they're curious what I think of the video, because they had some ideas about it. So that's what I thought about the video. That's what I think about Lil Nas. I find him really cute, or I did. See, that's the thing. Now I look at him differently. I see him more as like a queen and not someone that I would kind of want to hook up with. Not that I'd ever have the chance with him, but Before I sort of was like, I definitely, and now it's sort of like, no, I don't want to deal with the glitter and the all that. So yeah, I kind of find that interesting when I sort of reflect on that. But I'm at 10 minutes. I'm not going to go into all that. But yeah. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the video. And did it make you think of any of these issues that I'm thinking of, or is that just in my head? Because I had issues. Who knows? Yep. I'm going to go. Did I say this already? Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And maybe even ding the little bell. It does actually help. I would like to grow my channel. I'm going to go.